Center for the Ethiopian Educational Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Let us continue our study of basic trigonometric functions, which are the functions of angles. In this lesson, we will look at the values of trigonometric functions for related angles. Let us start by defining coterminal angles. Coterminal angles are angles in standard position that have a common terminal side. The terminal side is made when the ray stops. Let us look at the figure on your screen. It appears that there is only one initial side and one terminal side, but the arrows indicate that there are several angles that share the same terminal side. These are coterminal angles. Watch carefully. There is one angle at 55 degrees, another at 415 degrees. And if we move in the other direction, another angle at negative 305 degrees. We use a formula to find all angles that are coterminal with a specific angle. An angle plus or minus n, which stands for 1, 2, 3, and so on, multiplied by 360 degrees equals a coterminal angle. Let me give you an example. If we want to find the closest coterminal angle to a 60-degree angle, we take 60 degrees and then add 1 multiplied by 360 degrees. The answer is 420 degrees. Let us pause for our first activity. I would like you to find the first 5 angles that are coterminal with a 45-degree angle. Use what you have just learned to answer this question. Please go ahead.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. Were you able to answer the question? Excellent. Let us go over the answers together. We use the formula that we just learned to find that the first 5 angles that are coterminal with a 45-degree angle are angles that are 405, 765, 1125, 1485, and 1845 degrees. Those are some big angles. All are positive angles. That means the angles are moving in the same direction, counterclockwise from the initial side of the angle. But, as we know, angles can be negative. Coterminal angles can also be negative. Knowing that, let us pause and perform our second activity of this lesson. I would like you to find a positive angle and a negative angle that are coterminal with a 65-degree angle. Please go ahead.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. Were you able to answer the question? Good for you. Using the formula we learned, we find that a positive angle is 425 degrees. We get that answer by adding 65 and 360. We also find that a negative angle is negative 295. We get that answer by subtracting 360 from 65. It is also important for us to know that coterminal angles have the same trigonometric values. Let us perform another activity to find the trigonometric value of a coterminal angle. Please look at your screen. You will see a figure that shows that a 120-degree angle and a negative 240-degree angle are coterminal. Using what we have learned so far about trigonometric values, I would like you to calculate the sine, cosine, and tangent values of this coterminal angle. Please go ahead.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. How did you make out with the question? Let us take a look at the answer together. We can determine that a 60-degree angle is a reference angle for the coterminal angle in our question. Remember, in this case, a reference angle is found by subtracting to find a value between 0 and 90 degrees. Also remember, although we are using a 60-degree angle, our original coterminal angle is in the second quadrant. So, the sine of a 60-degree angle is the square root of 3 over 2. The cosine of that angle is negative the square root of 3 over 2. And the tangent is negative the square root of 3. You must have noticed by now that some of the angles we are talking about are larger than 360 degrees. But we can take an angle that is larger than 360 degrees to find a smaller coterminal. In this case, a 945-degree angle has a coterminal angle of 225 degrees, which has a reference angle of 45 degrees. We use that reference angle to calculate the trigonometric values. Because coterminal angles have the same trigonometric values, these values are the same for the large 945-degree angle. But the sine and cosine are negative and the tangent positive because the original angle is in the third quadrant. That is all for this lesson, students. You learned more about the values of trigonometric functions for related angles. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.